can't think of many places in the world that combine scenery this spectacular with a history so bizarre and intriguing. This is Utah, the wildest of the Wild West. In the south, there's classic cowboy country with incredible canyon lands. And in the north, fertile valleys and alpine forests that rub shoulders with the desolate plains of the Great Basin. To really understand Utah, it's worth spending some time in Salt Lake City amongst the Mormons. After all, that's how the state started. But let's face it, you didn't come to Utah for a city break. So after a few days, you need to get out of town as quickly as possible and head for the hills. God or no God, it's the scenery that draws most people here. Snowbird is one of a handful of world-class ski and summer resorts in the Wasatch Mountains that sit right on Salt Lake City's doorstep. During the winter, you can expect up to 700 inches of snow to fall, making this one of the best powder skiing areas in the whole of North America. It's incredible to think all of this is just 30 minutes drive out of town. So you can come up here in the summer and hike or mountain bike. In the winter you can ski, and you can still make it back to town in time for a nice evening meal with the wife. Head south and the landscape changes dramatically. A quick geography lesson for you. These big flat-top rock formations behind me are known as buttes. These two are particularly fine examples, so it'd be fair to say, what a pair of buttes. This is the iconic Wild West. A rugged landscape bursting with jaw-dropping rock formations and two spectacular rivers, the Green and the Colorado, that have carved their way through the desert. Forget the westerns. This is the real thing. This is Dead Horse Point, one of the most spectacular sights in Utah. Legend has it that it got its name because cowboys would herd horses in here, pen them in against the sheer drop of the cliff, choose the ones they wanted, and then leave the rest to die of thirst as they looked down at the Colorado River below. Literally, a view to die for. And that's exactly what happened to Thelma and Louise when they drove their car off the edge of the cliff here. The final scenes of the classic road movie were shot at Dead Horse Point in 1991. In the heart of canyon country is Arches National Park, about a 3-hour drive from Salt Lake City. It has the largest number of natural sandstone arches in the world, over 2,000 of them. All the rock formations around here have their own names. Just behind me there is the Three Gossips. That one over there is the Courthouse Tower. And this one here, sadly, doesn't have a name. It's been left out, so I'm going to call it Nigel. The Mormons first came here because the vast plains of Utah offered them a place to worship in freedom. The spectacular scenery hasn't changed, and that's still what draws people to Utah, whether it be to mountain bike, hike, ski, or just enjoy the view. I could see why the Mormons and all the other pioneers decided to stay. I'm tempted to stay myself. That's got to be the sign of a good trip. Now, where's my horse? If you'd like to find out more about Utah and its attractions, check out Utah.travel. To arrange your own trip, visit BritishAirways.com. And for more information on the programme, the address is travelchannel.co.uk. The best thing about Utah? Being a cowboy for a day and getting to keep my hat. The worst thing about Utah would be Utah's bad reputation. Don't believe the hype. It's not all Mormons, and you can get a drink. And my Utah tip? Don't spend too long in Salt Lake City. Utah's the size of a small country. Get out there, explore it.